Hey, what's up guys? Extremely biased person here. Alright, so we're going to be ranking all the festivals in order of when they happen. So starting with the Egg Festival, of course. So the Egg Festival is a pretty decisive festival early on in the game, purely because you can purchase strawberry seeds here, and strawberry seeds are really good early game. The best spring crop early game. I'd honestly say the best spring crop overall, like if we're not counting ancient fruit, because it regrows, which is very nice. So if you can plant them straight away on year 2, you can get a strawberry harvest for the entirety of spring instead of starting on spring 13th. And another thing that I think people kind of sleep on a little bit is when you first start Stardew Valley, you get a quest to greet everyone in the game, and that honestly is kind of mildly annoying, at least for me, since I don't really like hunting down everyone. Like for example, Elliot's always in his house, I don't want to wait for him. Sebastian doesn't leave until like 9 p.m. I don't want to be walking up there that late, so this is an amazing place where I can just walk around and meet every citizen without needing to hunt them down. So it's a really good excuse to get everyone, because you get like 100 gold for completing that quest, which isn't a lot, but it's something, I guess. The shop doesn't really sell anything else. It sells this cool banner I didn't know existed. You might have saw that in my 2,000 hours of Stardew Valley looks like. So it sells some decent stuff. You can get most of the stuff in the wall catalog. Can't get this though, so if you're here, make sure you cop it because you can't get it for a while. And then lawn flamingos. I have a funny story about lawn flamingos. So when I first started playing Stardew Valley, I was playing with my friends and we went to the Egg Festival, and one of my friends, he wasn't really into Stardew Valley, like he wasn't committed. He played like every once in a while with us, probably just to like talk with us, not really actually play the game, if you know what I mean. I don't know, like just kind of hang out in voice chat. And he came to the Egg Festival and spent all of our money on lawn flamingos, and it like completely crippled us because it made us buy like 400 less strawberries, or not 400, it made us buy so many less strawberry seeds. So it was a complete and utter nightmare. That's why I'm kind of traumatized with flamingos, which is unfortunate considering Unsurpassable Z's logo. But yeah, we did end up using them in the end because we just used them as walls for chickens, I believe. But it was still complete and utter agony because we lost like so much money, and it was early. It was year 2, and I was kind of a noob back then, so we didn't have a lot of money, so it was kind of unfortunate. But overall, I think this is a really good festival. Especially my favorite part is the egg hunt, because you get to shove down children violently, or oh sorry, that's just the Unsurpassable Z video. No, but the egg festival is super fun. I'm a huge fan of it. This is probably the most enjoyable event purely for like what you actually do in it. The music's also really good. Unfortunately, I have the music turned off, so it's just gonna be silent, but the music is excellent in this one. And I kind of chose a bad path, but oh yeah, and another fun fact in multiplayer, so I used to host these large farms with where anyone in my streams could join. I can't really do them now because instead of having like 10 people watching, I have like 400, so it's just not realistic. But for whatever reason, in multiplayer, I think the amount of eggs you need to beat Abigail like scales with how many players you have, because I got like 10 eggs and Abigail still beat us, and this has happened like multiple times. So I don't know, someone who's like I don't know, Blade problem. If Blade, if you are watching, can you like confirm or deny this, because I swear it's happened to me multiple times. And there's also that fun part of this festival with the lore of Stardew Valley, not like the actual lore, like the lore of the people who actually play it, and that is the 18 eggs challenge by Sundeko, because that is still insanely difficult to pull off. So overall, I think we're gonna drop this festival firmly in the S tier, because it is an excellent festival. I would say probably one of the best. I just got a cave carrot. Oh, because I cheated. I had the item cheat code in my name. And then next off, we have the flower dance. And I love and hate this one kind of equally, and I'll tell you why. So this is the event where a lot of people get their hearts broke, because if you don't prepare properly, you won't be able to dance with anyone, which is quite traumatic. Like if I wanted to dance with Leah, for example, can't, which is kind of stupid. And then once again, it's kind of a blessing, because if I talk to Haley and ask her to dance with me, she's extremely rude, which probably turns a lot of players off choosing Haley, which is a huge plus because we want as few people as possible choosing Haley. And I also love this dance purely because it's really, the dancing animation is really funny because Concerned Ape himself said he would have spent a lot more time on it if he knew Stardew Valley would have been so popular, but he didn't really care because like he didn't know it would be the huge hit that it was. And I also like how your character just kind of edgily stands off to the edge when he isn't chosen, and also the lack of music is extremely scary. So never go to this festival with your music turned off because it is haunting. But another thing is this is actually this is a lie. Concerned I lied about this part. He said that every single cutscene would be skippable. However, this cutscene is not skippable, which is unfortunate to say the least. But you know, what can you do? So overall, there's a lot of pros and cons with it. We got the Haley part, the people's life getting ruined because of it. We got the no cutscene skippable, which kind of screws over speedrunners a little bit. And you can also buy some decent stuff at the shop. I kind of forgot to check. I'll check on the wiki. Yeah, so oh my gosh, the tub of flowers recipe. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to 100%, but this made me not do it because to 100% you need to craft every item in the game. And of course, the tub of flowers is an item that you can craft, as you can tell by the gray outline in this little scroll. So if you forget to get it year one, or if you miss it, you have to wait so long to get it again. That is just completely and utterly stupid. Like I get it, but I also hate it at the same time, you know? So that's actually gonna lower it. I'm gonna drop it firmly in B tier. Oh, I'm getting my cat. I'm gonna name it subscribe, because I'll tell you why you should subscribe. So at 60K, I'm gonna be changing my profile picture to this image. And at 100K, I'm gonna be changing my profile picture to an image that I will choose for my Discord server. So if you wanna decide my next profile picture, join my or potentially decide my next profile picture, join my Discord server, and you can actually submit something, and if I like it, I'll make it my Discord, or I'll make it my Discord and YouTube profile picture. So this is probably gonna go terribly for me, but whatever. Next up, we have the Luau, and I love this festival for a few reasons. So first off the bat, holy smokes, dude, the music is so good. I have sound turned off, but I'll put it on in post, and it is such a banger. I use it in basically every single one of my videos because it's just so catchy. And there's also a few fun Easter eggs. Of course, if you put the mayor's underpants in it, you get a funny reaction from the mayor and Lewis, which is hilarious. You can also enjoy Emily's dancing, and Evelyn. Man, Evelyn always looks so happy. So yeah, this is a good festival. You can also, it's really useful too, because you can gain a ton of friendship hearts. If you put in a high quality crop into the soup, you can gain like 2 friendship hearts, which is very, very nice, because that can really help if you're working towards, I don't know, 100% completion, or if you just need friendship hearts, I guess. That's a really useful part. You can also buy a star fruit here, which, you know, isn't super useful. I don't know, I guess in theory, if you're level 9 farming, you could like seed maker it, but if you're level 9 farming, you probably have the desert already, so there's no need. Not really sure why this is here. I guess maybe to just like tell the player it exists. And these decals are decent, but there's no really need to buy them here because you can get all of these in the wallpaper catalog, so no need to really get them. The totem pole is kind of nice, so it's nothing incredible, but I think it's a solid festival. Nothing really wrong with it. And I think I'm actually gonna bump Flower Dance down to C tier and put this in B tier. I don't really think they're equal, but I definitely think that Luau was better than Flower Dance. So this is gonna be a little bit of a controversial one, I think, because I don't know if my opinion is, I don't want to assume that it's a hot take, but I think it might be a little bit of a hot take. So for me, Moonlight Jellies is firmly S tier, and that is purely because of the music. The music is so good. Just the general vibe of this event is insane. I know you don't do anything here, but I feel like it's such a chill year, or it's such a chill way to end summer. Like, I skip almost every festival, but I never ever get Moonlight Jellies, simply because it's just so like nice. Like it's such a good looking event. It's really cool. I also kind of like how Leah's just kind of vibing off here on her own. Leah's my favorite spouse, so it's kind of fun that I got to explore and like find her down here, which is kind of interesting. And I don't know, but yeah, generally it's just the music for me. The music is so good. And then here at the shop, there's some decent items you can purchase. The biggest one is a seafoam pudding, which I purchase almost every year. Normally not year 1 because I need the money, but year 2 it's just a nice way to get a seafoam pudding because it's 5k, it's +4 fishing, it's useful just in general if I need the legend fish or whatever. So I normally grab it pretty much every year, don't have to craft it or whatever. And then this Moonlight Jellies banner looks amazing. I once again learned you can only get this here. You can't get it from the wallpaper catalog, or any catalog for that matter. So make sure you buy this because it looks super cool and you can't get it anywhere else and you don't have to wait another year. So overall, this is 100% an S tier event by far. Before I place it in the list, let's vibe to the music. Next up, we have the Stardew Valley Fair, and this is an excellent festival because one, the strength mini game I find insanely satisfying for some reason. I love just seeing how many perfects I can get in a row. I'm a little bit out of practice though. Yeah, I'm definitely out of practice, but It's super fun. And then there's this part over here. It's got the nice Maris underwear Easter egg. Can't reach that quest board. And I can put like a bunch of stuff. I really do like that part. I do some cave carrots and stone. I'm sure they'll love it. And then over here we have the shop where we can get a few cool things. We can get the star drop for the first thing. And I like it that it's not money, like, because a lot of players just have all the money in the world and they can buy. And sure, you can exchange your star or your money for star tokens, but that's generally just not what people do. What people do instead is play the mini game. Let me just say the mini games are so fun. I love the mini games so much. They only cost 50G and they're insanely fun to pull off, because especially the slingshot one, because like for me at least, it's like addicting. You wanna keep shooting for that perfect score. And then of course we have the fact that you can get a star drop here, which is huge because it's basically free. You just play this mini game once or twice or win the festival, and then you gamble and then you get it easily. It's amazing. Not too bad. 245 score, 230 star tokens. So that was pretty fun. I genuinely really enjoy this mini game. And then of course we have the fishing game, which is just fishing, except with the time limit. We got the clown dude, kind of underrated character, not gonna lie. The gambler, we got this fella, nice tourist. Some more tourists over here. More tourists. So honestly, overall, an amazing holiday, simply because there's so much stuff you can do. And like you can get a lot of useful stuff here as well. So we're gonna drop it firmly in the S tier once again. I know I'm giving a lot of S's, but most of these are genuinely super good. Next up, we have the Spirit's Eve, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm really not a huge fan of the Spirit's Eve, because there's just not like a lot to do. And I know that there's not a lot to do at the Moonlight Jellies either, and I put that one in S tier. But with this one, like you kind of just get the pumpkin and leave. And there's no my main issue with it actually is that there's not a banger soundtrack. If there was like a fire song that I could jam to, then oh boy, I would love this place. But it's just not on the same level as Moonlight Jellies, not even close. You can also another recipe you need to get, otherwise they'll screw you over, and a rare crow you need to get, so I don't know, you can get some useful stuff here. But basically you just head in, do the maze. I actually don't remember the maze, I'm gonna embarrass myself. I think it's this way. You know, it's a pretty scary maze. I don't think it's a bad event. You can get some decent stuff, and sure, this used to be a place where you could get the most money in the game with the organize exploit. If you didn't know, you used to be able to like pick up an item and spam organize, and it would drop a bunch of items here. And it was the best place to do it was here because like the golden pumpkin is worth 2,000 gold, and yeah, so I guess you get the golden pumpkin, which is not bad, but I still don't think it's a great holiday. I'd say it's like probably, I'm gonna drop it in B tier. Like, it's not a bad holiday, but it's not the best. And then of course we have the night market. So I like the night market. You can get some get some cool art that you can't get anywhere else. I would honestly cop this. Those look pretty nice decorating wise. You can get some seeds here. The iridium fireplace looks excellent for sure. Get some seeds so you can prepare for spring, so you don't have to like go to pre-airs. You get to start planting right away. Traveling cart, which is kind of nice. You might be able to get something useful here. Then of course you can get the pearl from the mermaid's show, which is very nice because it's like a couple thousand gold. Then there's this fella who can transport you home, which is very handy because you can stay till late. And this guy over here, he'll sell you all this stuff, although you can get most of it from the furniture catalog. And then this place right here, I really like this guy. He will bring you down very deep. Kind of cool how you can just bring a submarine over. This guy's a nice fella. And you can get the blobfish, which is actually my favorite mask in the game. It's because you look so funny. I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the video. You can also put it on your horse, which looks even funnier. Then there's this lady who gives you free coffee, which is kind of nice. So I'm always on board for a little bit of free coffee. Not IRL, but in-game. Because, you know, you can get that run speed. So overall, this is a good event. Like, it's not crazy, but it's genuinely just quite helpful, and I'd rather have it than not, so I'm dropping it firmly in the A tier. And next up, we have the Festival of Ice, which I dare say is the most forgotten event. To be perfectly honest, I was trying to do it in order, but I actually accidentally did the night market before it because I forgot which day it was on. But I honestly don't know why. Like, it's not a bad festival. You can get a really cool frozen dreams, you can get some good food, some defense. This is all solid stuff. You can get this nice icy banner. Once again, can't get this anywhere else, not the furniture catalog or anything like that, so make sure you cop it. You know, I don't hate it at all. And you know, I enjoy the fishing event. I think fishing's pretty fun. You can even get some nice prizes like the sailor's cap, a couple of lures, which is super nice, but it's just insanely insanely forgotten. Like, I forgot about it, to be perfectly honest. Also, this is incredibly rigged. Why did they get to start next to a fishing hole? I hadn't even noticed. And also, let's win this real quick, and then I'll get back to ranking. We're absolutely dominating, by the way. We already have 2 fish. That's pretty good luck. Oh, fun fact, we're actually abusing a bug that was found out during the Stardew Valley Cup. So essentially, if your character has never fished before, like on this save, then you actually won't be able to catch trash, which is a really big thing that slows you down during the festival. So I actually have a decent advantage right now, which is nice because I'll take any advantage I can get to beat Will. He's an experienced fisherman, but holy smokes, we're getting so lucky. We're at 4 fish at a minute in. And this is all the rewards we get, so actually not bad at all. Decent stuff. I don't use them a lot, but the sailor's cap is pretty nice. So in the end, I think this is a really underrated festival, but I'm gonna drop it in the A tier because I genuinely really do like. I really do like the fishing, and you get decent prizes, some nice decorations, so no issues with it at all, to be perfectly honest. So not sure why, well, 1, no one remembers it, and 2, it's a good festival. Not sure why it's kind of ignored, or not even ignored. So now we have the Feast of the Winter Star, which is a super good festival, but I do have some issues with it, and that is the tea set. So if you didn't know, the tea set is an item that you can get from adult NPCs. You have a pretty low chance, and for whatever reason, it is the only stackable decoration in the entire game. And I recently interviewed a guy who was attempting to collect 999 of every single stacked item. So obviously getting the tea set is going to be absolute hell on earth for him because he needs to get 999 of this rare item that in an event that only happens once per year. Yeah, and honestly, it's not even a useful event. Like, there's nothing good in the shop except like maybe this hat, or not hat, what? This tree. But you can get it in the furniture catalog, so not really useful at all. And you don't normally get useful gifts. You just give someone something and they give you like, or Vincent gives you a single piece of clay or something like that. So it's kind of stupid. I don't know. It is a good way to raise friendship hearts, I guess, if you get like mildly lucky, but it's not super critical, so B tier. And this is my tier list. So that's mine. Disagree, make sure to smash the like button, and I will see you guys later. Check out this video on screen now if you want to see me rank all of the farms.